Hello my friends and enemies alike, hope you're as good as we can be in these dark times. Unfortunately you have to listen to my voice today as my video platform has gone down and I don't have the time to wait around for admin to get back to the ticket, so I apologise for having to listen to me. This is just to show you the latest attempt to stop me from obtaining my data from Walsall Council and holding its operatives to account. And just like the recordings of the complaints that you've heard previously, yet again, Walsall Council operatives using the very same tactics they were using 6 years ago to stop me obtaining my data that you can now see on screen. For some context, what you're about to hear is Julie Noble from the same department of the Walsall Council, the assurance team, the same team that has sent this bullshit letter. Now, listening to myself from 6 years ago, I can clearly hear how naive and unsure that I was, which made me an easy target for their deception and their bullshit. And it was actually my very first SAR that I'd researched and written, so I'd never set one before, so I weren't too sure what I was doing, and I was none too competent. I've wrote loads since then, and guess what? I'm still using the same SAR back then that I use now, the same one to this very day, the same one used back then to obtain my data after a battle, which you're going to hear over the next two recordings, but I got the data anyway using the same SAR they've just rejected. Now I know much better than to suffer their bullshit. I will show you in the next video my response to Walsall Council's Fakala Cromwell, her demands for information, or my SAR is invalid. Hold on a minute, wasn't it me who wanted data? Run this round your head. I have to provide Walsall Council's Fakala Cromwell with the data to obtain the very same data that I don't have access to, and the very reason I made the subject access request in the first place. Or I can't have my data. Now that is priceless. I can't wait to see what the ICO makes of that. Enjoy.
Speaking.
Is this Julie Noble?
Speaking.
Yeah, it's certainly. Sorry I missed your call earlier.
Don't worry. Hello, Miss. How are you?
Not too bad. How are you today?
Not too bad, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, you've sent me a letter about the complaint that I've made. Are you familiar with it?
Yes.
Are you the senior manager dealing with this complaint now?
I'm not now.
Sorry, just to let you know, this phone call is being recorded. Okay, Julie, is that alright?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you. What it is, I don't know what's going on, you see, with the complaint. What it is, you've said to send information about the SARS request.
Mm-hmm.
And looking what you've said, you're absolutely right. I didn't actually make it very clear. So what I've done is I've sent it again today, and I've put for council tax and all departments, if that's okay.
It is. If you can be a little bit more specific, so are you involved with adult social care, for example, or children's services?
I can't be any more specific because I don't know the information that Walsall Council holds on me, do I? Is you asking me to say what department holds what? I don't know. I thought I've covered it in the SARS request. I mean, am I not doing it correctly? I mean, have I not done it correctly or something?
Well, the only thing is, you see, because if we now say, obviously it's council tax is one of your issues,
yeah.
And say, for example, if you're a service user and you're using adult social care services, then I could send that request to them as well.
No, see what it is. The only way I'm not trying to be awkward here. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Julie. That's the first subject access request I've ever sent. I wrote it myself.
Don't worry, yeah.
I mean, I've researched it and tried to put as much in. I've never done one before, so what I want from you is, am I doing it incorrectly? I've posted it again today, and I've asked for the council tax department, and I've asked for all departments of all information that you've got on me. But like I said, I've wrote it myself. But if you're saying I'm doing it incorrect, would you send me something that I've done it incorrect?
Oh, can do, yeah. So when it comes back, but judging from what you're saying council tax and everywhere else. So what I'm saying is, if you've had no involvement with adult social care, they won't hold information regarding you.
But then you won't need to send it, will you?
Yeah, but I don't know that until I've asked you the question. Did you mean, when you're asking for all information held, you may have had dealings with them, I wouldn't know that.
So now, see what it is I don't know how many departments deal with the council. I'll put the council tax issue, would that cover everything? But you're dealing with the courts as well, so if I just put council tax and you've got information regarding with the court, which you have to have, and I haven't put the court in there, do you see what I'm saying? I'm a bit confused about what departments I have to name.
Well, if it's anything to do with council tax, any information would be held there if it's related to that issue.
Yeah, I've put council tax. I've listed all departments, but unless you want to send me a list of all your departments, and then I'll send another SARS request and list all the departments and send that back to you. But that's a bit pointless, don't you think?
It is, but as I was saying, I'm just trying to sort of give you an overview on the phone to say we've got social care. So
Yeah, I haven't got no. I haven't got any. I don't think I've got any social care with the council. Well, hang on a sec. Well, I'm with Dorothy Patterson. As you say, is that covered by the council?
No, I'm not entirely sure about.
See, I don't know what departments you're asking me to ask for, so I don't really know. See, I'm under the Mental Health Act. I deal with. I have got a CPN, and I am with Dorothy Patterson. Does that come under the council? I wouldn't know about that. You see, Julie.
Right, I'd have to check on that myself.
What it is, if you tell me exactly what to write, I mean, I've put Walsall Council. That's what I just was now. I was just posting the letter. Sorry, I missed your phone call.
Don't worry, no problem.
I was just posting the letter. I've just sent it recorded delivery to you, and I've just put what council tax on all departments. Like I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never wrote a SARS request before. I've researched it, looked into it. I thought that I'd wrote it correct, but when I looked at what you said, I thought it was a stalling tactic just not to give it me. But I'll be honest with you, what you said is correct. I didn't make it specific, so I've made it specific this time. But is it specific enough? Does that make any sense? I'm not trying to be awkward, Julie. I'm just telling you the way it is.
Clarity around it, I know, I understand. But what I'm trying to say to you as well is that sort of like the breakdown with the adults, you'd have children's. As you know, we've got council tax. We might have.
Well, so the only solution I can think is if you send me a list of all the departments in the council. I mean, I've sent you this one. If you're saying it's wrong again, I'll break all the departments. But the only way I can say what departments is if you send me a list of all the departments. Does that make sense?
It does, but there's not humongous, just like sections of what that they deal with children's or they deal with adults.
Wouldn't all departments cover that? I've just put in there all departments within Walsall Council. Doesn't that cover it?
In a sense, but there's no point in us sending for requests for information where we know they don't hold anything.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. The problem is I don't know what departments are holding information on me. I don't know, do I? How could I possibly know that? I don't work for the council.
Well, if you've got no children or you weren't in social...
I have got children, yeah.
Then...
Well, they're not children. I say children. They're like 21 and 22, so does that apply?
If they were involved with our services, as in...
No, well, I don't even know. See, the point I'm trying to make is I'm not trying to be awkward, facetious, or obtuse, or anything like that. I just want the information that you've got on me, and I've got a right to ask for it, haven't I? Under the 2018...
but we want to make sure that we get everything from wherever it needs to come from. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do. I get your point. What I'm saying is I'll just put all departments, but until you send me a list of all the departments, so I can say not that department, not that, and I'll put the specific department. I don't know what information you've got on me. So basically, I've tried to cover it by saying all departments within said company, which is Walsall Council. Right. And if you're telling me that's incorrect, and I mean... if it's incorrect, I mean, what I can do, if you say I'm doing incorrect, what I will do if I have to do it, I'll go to solicitors and ask him to knock me up a SARS request, or show him the SARS request I've got and get him to amend it if it's wrong. If I have to do that, but I'll have to pay for it. Well, I've not a problem, but I will pay for it because I'll be charging you back for it by the time this gets to court.
Well, that's something that we'd want to avoid. I don't want to put you to any undue, unnecessary...
You've already put me to that. You won't listen to the phone recordings. I've now had to pay to have them transcribed. I'm in the process of having more. It's cost me a fortune to have these transcribed because you won't listen to the memory stick. So you are putting me... But when it gets to court, and this is where I'm heading, I'll just claim it all back, so I'm not bothered.
Well, we can't use the stick because obviously for security reasons...
Yeah, I know, I get that. That's why I've had
it's corrupt on there.
I mean, I wouldn't do that because I'm not an idiot.
We're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. I know you've got regulations. That's that. This is not my first rodeo. I've dealt with when I've sent recorded them, they won't listen to it. The state the same thing you're stating. Yes, it's sort of true. So that's why I've paid to have it all transcribed. And the next thing you'll get from me will be all the transcribes of the recordings, which is just basic. But it's cost me a fortune. But this is the only way I'm going to have to go because nobody wants to listen to any kind of evidence that I've got, which is my complaint. I've asked you to name the I mean, do I speak to you about this or is it just a subject access request?
Just a subject access request, and it's not me that's dealing with the case. I've just merely logged it.
Yeah, okay.
At the time when we receive it, and I'll log it on the system.
See, I sent it to John Price Jones, the case, but I've not heard anything. I've got the letter from Phil. Are you familiar with this case at all?
I'm not.
No, so there's no point in me telling you that. What it is, I'm just trying to... What it is... I know you did the subject access request, but I've still got this complaint and I've got no one to speak to. I mean, I don't know whether the complaint's deadlocked. I don't know whether it's I've had a final response or I don't know where I'm at with the complaint, you see. So this is why I'm issuing a subject access request because I'm also got a complaint log with the courts and I'm seeking a judicial review, which I won't get nowhere with the courts. But I am bringing a judicial review about what's going on here, and I'm in the process of bringing that about. This is why I'm going to get everything transcribed, and the SAR's request is which I need to get right. So if you're saying I'm doing it wrong, I'm going to take what I've got to the solicitor, and if he says that I've done it wrong, that's fair enough. But if he says that I haven't done it wrong, and that's what I'm trying to get, have I done it wrong?
Well, no, we're not looking at it as in right or wrong, just sort of clarity so we can...
Well, the clarity is I want every bit of information that Walsall Council holds on every department, and if that's a bit of a hassle, I'm sorry, but that's what I want.
Well, no, it isn't a hassle, because if you were involved with every single department throughout the authority, then that's who we go to.
No, I won't be involved with every other... But what I'm saying is, you're making it... not you personally, it's a little... what you said in your letter, you was absolutely correct and right. I looked at my SAR's request, you were absolutely right, Julie. I didn't make it right.
Yeah.
And I know that, and I accept that. But what I'm trying to say is I've put all departments now. I accept what you said in your letter. You was absolutely... At first, I just thought it was a stalling tactic, do you know what I mean? But I've looked over it, and I've looked at it, and what you said is actually right. I didn't make it very clear. So I've made it clear this time that I want all departments. And now, if you're telling me that that's wrong, and I need to list a list of specific departments, then you need to give me the departments of which I need to list, because I've put all departments, and I thought I put all the departments in said company, and according to legalese and law terms, that pretty much covers it.
Right. So, can I make a suggestion then, Mr.
Please, look, Julie, I've got nothing. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be awkward. I've got no problem against you. And like what you said in your letter is absolutely correct. And when somebody provides me with information that I look at and I say that's absolutely correct, I will say it is. And what you did by sending that letter is absolutely correct. Fair enough?
Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll look out for that letter. Have you addressed it to me? Yeah?
I have, yes.
Right, I'll be looking out for that then this week. And
You took it tomorrow. I'll send it recorded delivery.
Fabulous. Right, so I'll look out for that and I'll see what that says.
Can I ask you something else, please, if it's possible?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my complaint. I mean, I've spoke to John Price Jones. I've sent the thingies to him. He sent the letter back with a memory stick. Well, I'm guessing it's not. He's a lovely bloke, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
he's a nice bloke, and I don't mean to put us in, but the only contact I've got from him, because he gave me my phone number, I think he's a really nice bloke. I think he's a decent human being, and like I said, I've been treated quite bad all through this process. Whether you want to believe that or not, it doesn't matter. I've got all the evidence, and nobody wants to listen to it, so I want to know where I'm at with my complaint. I need to know whether it's deadlocked. If it's deadlocked, and you ain't going to do me that, send me some kind of paperwork to say that. And then I can just move on straight to the Ombudsman, which is what I want, because I know I'm going to get no thing, but I've also got... I'm having a court case that's running, that's about this as well, so I need all the information to proceed with my court case. So I need the SAR's access, the subject access request as quick as possible. And I know, I'm not saying it to you, but I know the way this works. You're going to delay me as possible, and I thought this was a delaying tactic, what you just said. But looking at it, you're absolutely right, and I just want the correct way to send this. Does that make any sense, Julie?
It does. Do you know, can you just bear with me? I'll ask John, who's dealing with your...
Yes, if you could, listen, thank you very much. I know your department has been really good and helpful. I mean, John has been absolutely sound. I mean, P. Morrison, he's unbelievable, but the rest of you have been really nice, so I just want to say thank you.
You're very welcome. Are you okay to hold the line?
Yes, I am, yes.
Transfer the call to John. I'll just see what he says when he answers.
Thank you.
Bear with me, please, Mr.
Thank you. Hello?
Sorry to keep you. I've had a little chat with John about it. So John did forward it to the senior managers within that team, within the council tax.
Yeah.
So we are still waiting to hear something back from them. But what we will do this afternoon is send a chaser.
Yeah. Oh, that's very kind of you, thank you.
Yeah, and let them know. So if you've heard nothing, it's been nearly a fortnight now.
Yeah, I've got no... See what it is, I've never had a complaint process that sends me a formal letter that doesn't tell me what to do next or how to go about it. I mean, and that's quite bad, isn't it, really, I think?
Yeah.
So I've done this now. I've asked for the SAR's request, so I'm at limbo now. I'm not being funny with him, but I'm not being treated very fair. And that's what my complaint is. And my complaint is now, I've got it twofold. I've got to ask for a judicial review. They won't provide me with the name of the person who's actually gone to court and made a stat declarant, which is misrepresenting your post to a court of law, which is quite a serious offence. And I've got evidence to support this, even on the memory stick that you don't want to listen to. So now this has forced me now to shell out money to go and get all these letters transcribed just to provide you so you can have a look, because you don't want to listen to the evidence. And it's like, I've got mental health issues as well, and this takes up a lot of my time and stresses me out, do you know what I mean? But
I can imagine, yeah.
Like I said, I've just not to be listened to be not even addressed, to just to be left. And I've had to find out about the senior manager. I've had to find out about it's quite bad. And I mean, I've got I've got all this evidence, and I've even got Philip Morrison, who's in charge of the investigation, admitting being in breach of his own complaints procedure, where he's just left me without acknowledging me. And the same thing is happening again, and it's not fair. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't mean to speak to you, but you're the first person I've had to speak. I mean, John has been good. I mean, I know I shouldn't be complaining to you, but I don't know what to do. Do you know what I mean? I've got like a case here where you've got a liability order now, which I've got all the evidence to prove it. There's no record of that liability order with the court. There's no record of the summons with the court. Nobody wants to listen to it. Court says it's a council tax matter. Council says it's a court matter. So I'm having to like apply this, and this is what the SAR's request is for, because I can pretty much prove that whoever's gone to court has lied to a court of law. That liability that you've got, that you're going to take out my benefits, it doesn't exist. I've got the evidence for it. There's no court. I found the court system on the phone, on that recorded phone call, Mr. Cosson, is the call from the court saying there's no record of a liability being issued by Walsall magistrates. So where's this liability order come from? Even on the documents, you've got sent me I've got like I think it's a court, or someone's to get a court from a court that's from the Black Country Magistrates with the phone number on the document that puts you through to the revenue team. There's no way can a Walsall Council put a phone number on an official court document that's got the coat of arms and sign and seals, because you just can't do that. So where's this summons come from? And nobody wants to listen to the evidence. But like I said, I've got it all, it's all documented, and I know how these complaint processes go. You don't want to care, you don't want to listen to me. But at some point, when I get further enough away from you, to the Ombudsman and then to a judicial review, somebody will listen to all this evidence. And stopping me pulling it is quite bad, frankly, it's quite bad. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, Julie. Hello?
Don't worry. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just going on a bit then.
No, it's sort of spent in your point, really.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And that's what it is. I'm not frustrated with all this. It's like I said, if you've got nothing to what's the motto from the council when you put the cameras up all around the town? If you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to fear. Well, why doesn't nobody give me? I mean, my complaint says I can't get a copy of the liability order. I don't know if it's been sent to a senior manager or not. I want the name of the person who gave evidence on the 20th of August. You won't provide me that name. You won't provide me a copy of the liability order. You won't let me get to the senior manager. And now I can't make a SARS request. Do you see how frustrated I am?
I do, but you're not stopping from making your request.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I looked at what you said, and I'll be straight, Julie. What you said, it was valid, it was correct. I didn't put it right. Like I said, it's the first one I've ever wrote. I just thought, I've only done it off what I've learned. So I thought if I've done it incorrectly, I do apologise. But I thought what you did was just a stalling tactic. But it wasn't. No, you was absolutely, I'll be the first to say, you was correct in what you were saying. And all I want to know is, how do I do it correctly? If you could help me, that's what I'm asking. Does that make sense?
When I see a letter, and it comes in, I'll work from there, because it is, as I say, logged on the system, just waiting to send it out to the service areas. So, and I have been checking to see if anything's come back in from you. Yeah. But I did notice when I sent the recorded delivery thing back. Because the stuff comes back to us, you see. Yeah.
No, I was sorry for it. I went and got it. What it was, I missed the post, so I went and got it. But what it was, when I went to get it, I went on a Saturday to pick it up, and it was just too. I have a problem going into town, so when I went there, I can't just go into. I don't want to explain, but I've got mental health issues where I keep away from the town, so I have to go at specific times. And when I got there, first thing in the morning, it was just rammed, and I was nowhere. I couldn't. My mental condition wouldn't let me stay there and wait for it, so I had to go back first thing Monday morning as soon as it opened, and got it then. And that's why I was so late. And then I had to look at it and look at what I'd said and everything and review. And I was trying to get all this transcribed. So it took me a week to get back here. And that, I admit, this is a recorded phone call conversation. And I admit that was my fault, not yours.
There's no problem, because you have actually got 3 weeks. But now
I've got 3 weeks,
And you're on a bit of a deadline and you want things as quick as...
Yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, this week's delay. I'm only being honest. Like I said, what you said was valid. And this delay was not your fault. It was mine. And I'm just saying that on a recorded conversation, just so it covers you, you know what I mean? It's like I say, this was completely my fault, and what you said is valid. And all I want to know is, if I've done this wrong, can you please give me some advice on the correct way how to submit it? That's what I want.
Right. Well, when it comes in, I'll contact you should I need to, because if everything's okay, and as it should be, you'll get an acknowledgement.
Yes.
With a reference number and saying how long the council have got to respond. So when you get that, you'll know that everything's in process then.
Okay,
But if you get anything else, we'll be asking any more questions or whatever.
And John says somebody different
from you.
Yeah, because all I want to do is just do it correctly. And what I'm saying, you're valid. I mean, I've got no problem doing something if it's correct and proper. And what you said, no, the letter from Phil Morrison, you know what I mean? The one is, it's just a joke. It's just an insult to me. And when I got this letter from you, I thought, oh, here we go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And but when I look at what you said, you've got a valid point. And if you've got a valid point with me, I'm not this kind of person who'll just dismiss it. And what you've said is absolutely valid and proper. You know what I mean? It's proper. But what Phil Morrison said is not proper, and what you said is proper. So thank you for that. And I looked at it, and you're absolutely right, and I was wrong. And I can admit that. So all I want to know is the correct way to do it. So anyway, I've submitted it. If it's the wrong way, could you please just say, right, you've done this wrong. Do you know what I mean? That's all I need.
Will do. Yeah, I'll detail it further if needs be.
Please, if that you could, Jude. I'm sorry to take what you I don't mean to be horrible. I mean, I'm frustrated. And for lack of a better word, I'm pissed off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in my house all day long, just surrounded by paperwork, doing all this. This is all I do all day long, because I don't go and I've got nothing else to do, and this is taking over my life now. You know what I mean? It's taking over my life, where I'm sitting here in fear now, saying P. Morrison's got a liability order that he's going to take money out of my disability benefit. And without providing information, evidence, and nothing, and that's like a threat. And you've had the liability now from the 20th. I'm now in fear of bailiffs coming. I'm now in fear of I'm sitting here in fear, and you won't provide me no paperwork, and that's not fair, is it?
No.
It's not fair. I'm sitting here now worried about what's going to go on here. My curtains are shut, I sit in the dark, I'm sitting here in front of my computer, looking at all this stuff, trying to stop all this. Even to the fact is now I've got to try and complain to the DWP if you're going to take my money, and provide all this evidence to them, just to show what you're doing. And it's like, I'm running out of ideas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not fair. Nobody will listen to any kind of information I've got. I didn't deserve to be treated like this. That person has gone to court and says, I haven't contacted him. I've got recorded delivery evidence slips, recorded phone calls that I did pay that bill, and that you just don't accept the method of payment, and I have contacted you. Somebody has gone to court and says, I've got the phone call from Hansa from the revenue team, says, we contacted you in April, we contacted you in May. No response for them, so because of that, you've got a summons. Actually, and that's a complete lie. I've got video, I've actually recorded videoing. If you don't accept my method of payment, then you should send it back and say something. You can't just then take me to court and say, they contacted us, when I've got phone calls, recorded delivery slips, and video evidence of me posting it, and go in front of a judge and say, we're requesting a liability order because he hasn't contacted us, he hasn't paid this bill. And somebody is responsible for that. Responsible for giving a false declaration to a court of law, and you won't provide me with the name of that person. And it's terrible. It's quite frankly, it's shocking. If you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to fear, have you? But that person is in trouble. And I'm going to say to it that person is brought to justice, brought to account for what they've said against a vulnerable person. And I won't stop. I will not. I'll sit here all day, and this is all I do. I've got nothing else. I've got no life. This is all I do. I don't talk to anybody. I don't speak to people. I've got mental health issues. I don't speak to anybody. I'll just sit all day long doing this. So, and you know what I mean? And I want to end to all of this. You know what I mean? But you're not going to get away with doing all this to me. I will fight, and I won't stop. It's costing me money now. I'm using my disability benefits to have to pay for things to deal with this. Do you know what I mean? It ain't cheap. Having these transcribes, I've got to do it over 3 weeks because it's costing that much. Because you won't listen to the memory sticks. When you're going to have the same thing on the transcribes as what's on the memory sticks, even though I know you've probably already listened to them. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I can assure you we haven't put them into our system.
You don't need to. They're already in your system. All these phone calls are off your system. Off the system that you've already phoned me off. And it's an automated system, and it logs every call, every email. I know how that system works, so I'm very familiar with it. It logs everything. It's an automatic. It logs all the phone calls. It even logs your CCTV. I know how that system works. I've looked into it. You know what I mean? It logs everything. So all the things that I disclose to you on that memory stick, you've already got anyway.
Yeah, but from a security aspect and cyber attacks, we can't.
Yeah, I understand. I've had this before. I've had this before, but you could have got an independent laptop or anything. I mean, I could have even come and played them for you. I'd have brought a laptop myself and played them for you. Bring them in myself and play them for you. Nobody wants to. You're just sending me back, and nobody wants to listen to them. Even though I know it's not your fault, Julie. I'm just venting here, so I'm so sorry.
I know.
I've had nobody to speak to for 2 weeks. My nurse is off.
Yours is built up.
Yeah, I've got no, but this is just the problem is this, Julie. You know, I know you probably don't care or anything because it ain't your problem, but I have nobody to discuss all this with. Nobody.
Yeah.
So I know it looks like I'm a fucking loon. Do you know what I mean? I know what it looks like.
It doesn't.
I look like a crazy person, and technically I am. I'm on medication. Yes, I am a crazy person, but that don't make me wrong about none of this. And I've got nobody to all you keep saying to me is, we will provide you documents, we will provide you answers, we will speak to you, we will acknowledge you, we will follow procedures, but you're wrong. That's what you're saying to me, and like it's driving me, it's causing me utter distress now, up until the point when I can't. This is just, my mind is fixated on this, and I'm just starting therapy, and my mind shouldn't be, and I can't tell my nurse about none of this. I'll get bloody sectioned. Do you know what I mean? So, it's like, it's causing me utter distress. And I've had enough of it. Do you know what I mean? And now everybody's just ignoring me, and you won't even contact me, they won't speak to me. I'm just like, what do I do? And I'm like, I'm just, but I ain't going to stop. You know what I mean? I won't be bullied, and I'm like I said, I've got childhood issues where people don't bully me, don't threaten me, and don't abuse me anymore. I do not allow that to happen. That will never happen to me ever again. Be it a corporation, be it a gangster, be it whoever, be it the government. You will never bully me or threaten me or abuse me anymore. Nobody does. Does that make sense?
It does.
That was my life. I grew up in a kid's home. You know what I mean? I had no parents, I had nothing. I grew up in the gutter. People do not threaten, abuse or bully me anymore. I do not allow it to happen. I'm sorry, but that's just the way, that's how I feel sitting here. Yeah. I'm sorry to go on, I know she's not your problem. This department that you've got here is really good. It's really is, because this is, you know, you're just listening to me. That's all I wanted. Just somebody just to listen to me. I know you probably, logic dictates that you can't really help me because you work for the same company that's doing this. I know I'm going to get nowhere with none of this, but I don't deserve none of this. I don't. None of it.
Well, so because I can't address the complaint because
I know.
Or
yeah.
know the ins and heads and things, you see. So
I just want to say thank you for listening. That's all I want to say.
Very welcome.
I'll let you go, do it, because I know you're busy. I know you've got things to do. So somebody will definitely be contacting me about this complaint or something, because you just...
Yeah, we're going to send them a reminder.
Yes.
And let them know. As I say, it's been 2 weeks now since we sent it down initially.
Yeah.
So, and to make contact with you, so that's what we'll be stating in that reminder to them.
Please, that would be helpful, yeah.
Acknowledge you.
Yes, thank you. That'd be great. Listen, Julia, you've been great today. Listen, thank you for listening. I know I'm not the easiest person to do, but I'm not rude, I'm not aggressive, I'm not offensive. I'm just stating my point, that's all I'm trying to do. And like, I've got no reason to be treated with such disdain, like, you know what I mean? And so I just want to say, I think your department, I don't even know, it's a big mouthful, that department today. You got an acronym and something?
Sure, it's the assurance team.
You got an acronym or something, like, I have to put it on the envelope just when I post it, and the woman says, next time, if you're going to send this address, you're going to need a bigger envelope. Because I couldn't get it on there, like, I was like, whoa, so you're going to need the acronym or something like that. So, like, yeah, but this department is really good. You listen, I mean, John Price-Jones is brilliant. I've spoke to you today, you're brilliant. I spoke with Mark Havenhall. Halliwell, that's it, yeah, sorry, sorry, I'm useless for that. I spoke with him and he was brilliant, and it seems to me, this department, yeah, you seem like a good department. And I've dealt with a lot of complaints departments. So I just wanted to say, if you could thank you all, thank John, thank Mark, and thank you.
Lovely, thank you very much.
So thank you very much for today, and have a good day.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry for being, if weird or wherever I come across, but I do apologise, but thank you.
I know it's just frustration.
Yeah, thank you for listening to me, dear. Have a good day.
You're very welcome. You too, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Be safe wherever you may be in the world, and again, apologies for the technical issues. Thank you.